So you're telling me that our Milky Way galaxy holds 100 to 400 billion stars, with many of these stars being similar to our sun. And on top of that, you're saying our galaxy is one of, approximately 2 trillion galaxies in our universe, with each galaxy housing its own stars. And on top of that, you say there are multiple universes, if not infinite universes, housing this similar amount of galaxies in them. And I'm supposed to believe that there is no other life out there except for the life on Earth. Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool to you? Welcome back to another episode on the I Am MOOK podcast. I'm your host, Mook. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the possibility of life beyond Earth. Before we talk about this topic, I want to ask you a question. Do you believe aliens exist? If so, do you believe they made it to Earth at one point in time? Or do you believe that Earth houses the only living species in existence? Whichever side you choose, there's no judgment on my part. Just like the flat Earth, whether you believe the Earth is flat or round, I don't judge you for your answer. I honestly think it's healthy to talk about subjects like this because it helps to think outside the monotony of life's stressors, like bills, rowdy kids, work, and whatnot. So I'd like to know, what are your thoughts? What are your beliefs? What are your opinions? This podcast is created for healthy conversations and debate. It's created to talk about things outside of sports, social media, money, war, drama, and all that other stuff. I'd like to better understand you. Or maybe I made this podcast to better understand myself and see if there are other people out there that understand me too. I guess we'll see over time. But enough with all the sappy stuff. Aliens. Do they exist? Yes, in my opinion. Actually, I feel like of course they do. But again, this is just my opinion. Now here's my first thought. The thing is, our Earth has been around for arguably 4 to 5 billion years, in our universe for 13? You don't think it's possible that there were other forms of life on this planet that could have existed before us? Or is that strictly impossible? We're in the year 2024 out of billions. Look how far we came with technology in the last 30 years. Imagine technology 100 years from now. Imagine it 1,000 years from now. 1,000,000 years from now. 1,000,000 years from now is nowhere near 13 billion. In 1,000,000 years, we will probably have evolved and left the planet, came back and left again. Let's say we evolve and leave the planet, then come back 1,000,000,000 years from now. Granted, if the Earth's still here. There will probably be another species here, and to them, we'd be the aliens. So I'm asking, is it not possible that there was life already here? Then they left and are out there in the universe somewhere? Remember, we're still talking about billions of years in our universe. Now, my second thought on this is much simpler. Science says we have trillions of stars in our universe, with a mass amount of those stars being suns, similar and different to ours. I'll go with a smaller number. Let's say 1,000,000. Out of 1,000,000 other suns, y'all don't think there's at least one other planet near a sun that has life on it? I think of it like this. Imagine a car on the highway. Just one singular car, driving on the highway in our country. What's the chances of that car crashing into another car? It's fair to say none, because it would be the only car on the highway. Now, what if there are 2 cars? And remember, they can be anywhere on the highway in any state. The chances are still slim to none. What about 100,000 cars? 1,000,000 cars? By this time, the chances of a car crashing into another car is almost definite. That's how I look at it. If there was only one sun in existence, then maybe there's less of a chance of life elsewhere. But when you start to hit 100,000 suns, 1,000,000 suns, 1,000,000,000 suns, I feel like the likelihood of life existing increases to almost a definite, in my opinion. So what's yours? Do you believe aliens exist? Or do you believe that Earth houses the only living species in existence?